The Advisor Notes project, as we've called it at the University of Manitoba, was created to develop a paperless method to collect and create advising notes and develop a digital document storage system. I want to acknowledge that the University of Manitoba campuses are located on the original lands of Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and on the homeland of the Métis Nation. Paper-based systems have their limits. Notes and files are restricted to a particular program, meaning there is lack of concurrent access to student notes and files, and students do not generally have access to the advice and information shared in an advising meeting. As well, physical filing cabinets and files use up a lot of space in offices. There is also decreased transparency in advising and communications between advisors and the offices who work with students in a paper-based world. The goals of this project were to enable a holistic approach to student progress as students move between advisors, majors, faculties, departments, colleges, and other service offices. It was essential to document a variety of student interactions, including in-person meetings, phone conversations, email messages, or other electronic media. As well, it was important to find a way to give more context and history to advising interactions, so advisors could focus on key issues for students rather than revisiting the same information each visit. In the Advisor Notes project, we created a collaborative group of academic advisors, functional analysts from the Registrar's Office, members of the Privacy Office, and IST and Business Management and Change Management to review requirements, select a product, and develop that product. As you can imagine, this process took some time, restarting from an earlier failed RFP when no vendors came forward with a possible solution for our needs. In 2017, we restarted the failed project to gather requirements, and in the late spring of 2018, we selected the Student Advising Profile and Banner Document Management in Banner 9. Our student information system is based in Ellucian Banner. We developed a project committee in 2019 and updated the requirements, finishing with a gap analysis which analyzed the requirements and determined what we could live with and without. We started building the resource in fall 2019, which encountered a small roadblock when the business analyst left for another position. However, never fear, we moved forward by adapting. More work fell on the shoulders of the functional analysts, but they rose to the occasion. And as we all know now, everything changed in March of 2020 when the post-secondary world and projects and students moved to a virtual existence. Things slowed down a bit, just given the sheer volume and intensity of supporting students remotely and the additional demands placed on the Registrar's Office and IST with the move to a remote existence. The subgroups of the larger Advisor Notes project team continued to meet virtually and developed resources and to guide project development from afar. Ultimately, the project start date was delayed by 6 months, given all the demands on staff members. However, I can report that we started the pilot project with 3 academic units, including grad studies, in March of this year, and we are now wrapping it up, beginning the onboarding process with all other academic units. I will walk you through the major steps as the project developed. A subgroup of the larger project team developed the dashboard called the Student Advising Profile, a module in Banner 9. This included determining the links and information that would be displayed. Some links are internal, as they point to other banner pages, and some are external, pointing to the intranet and resources to use the module. The second subgroup of advisors developed the document indices that would be linked to the student record in Banner Document Management. We reviewed the migration path for a unit that was already working in a virtual environment. We have determined that there are reporting capabilities and have documented reporting needs, but will address them more thoroughly once everyone is using the module. Hardware configuration occurred and the dashboard was developed. We created a plan to socialize and train academic advisors, which is rolling out at present. In June of 2020, we held a virtual town hall meeting and an online meeting more recently in April 2021 in order to communicate with the larger university community. The pilot project started in the middle of March 2021 and is winding down. As you can imagine, some discoveries have been made. Pilot members reviewed the impact on paper-based advising practices, which have been adjusted for our current virtual existence. Members identified potential changes in business practices that would occur as a result of using the new module and document storage system. To reflect what was learned, training processes and resources have been updated and videos have been included. In April, prior to introducing the resource to all other advisors at the university, we met virtually and pilot members spoke about their experiences. As always, there are learning experiences. I can let you know what we've discovered so far. The effects of the pandemic were noticeable. The rollout slowed down several times as project members had to respond to other issues and concerns. We also discovered along the way that the research and knowledge required to develop the document management resource from scratch took more time. As a result of having extra time, we were able to create a solution that provided 2 ways to store documents. One is a common student container across all units, and the second is unit-specific, providing a more confidential, secure storage system specific to a particular unit. We are also aware that staff members at all levels of the project are stretched thin and are constantly having to adjust to new requirements. I will say that the resilience of everyone is strong. Advisors and advising coordinators have had to adapt constantly to their work lives since last spring and have consistently contributed and provided essential knowledge to the ongoing work of this project. Fortuitously, the university's new intranet resource, just launched, will host the user guides and resources that are required for the onboarding of academic advisors. Updates will be easy to manage in the internet, which is based in SharePoint. Looking forward, we have approximately 6 more months until every advising unit is brought into the new module. New units are being brought on board between the months of May and late October in 2-week increments. We will use channels and teams to support each group that is being onboarded. We have created a support model defining who does what. In my role, I will support the advising community in the use of this new resource by hosting monthly community of practice meetings that will be open to all interested advisors. Other supports will focus on login, security, and privacy issues. In my role, I've learned that each project has its ups and downs, and we always uncover new opportunities that emerge from the learning experiences. I am more than grateful to the advising community at the university and to my fellow team members for the hard work and creative ways to find solutions that have emerged. If you have any questions, feel free to check in with me by email or use the chat available during meeting times.